Hi, this is Asia from Remnant Walk, and I just had a thought. um, this thought is regarding the cherry pickers, and I'm saying cherry pickers for people who like cherry pick scriptures and just kind of have like certain scriptures that they stand on, and it's always like promises. It's always like promises from God, promises that He has made. And some of them are, some of the things that they say, they really aren't even promises that are written in Scripture, but they're things that they say that God has promised them. And it's things like, He promised a house or a car, or, He promised me that I would get this job, or, whatever like that. And like I said, some of them are actual scriptures that are written in the Word. But if you don't acknowledge the law, and if you don't acknowledge the fact that we are still supposed to be following it, do you have a right to hold God to some promises that some of it is like you made it up? Like some things are written in Scripture, but God's promises, we always have to go back to the covenant, right? And the covenant was a two-way street. God made promises based on whether or not we would follow His law. And there were punishments for if we did not follow His law. So my question is for all these people who are out here just like, God promised me He was going to do this, and God promised me He was going to do that. Where are y'all getting this from? Like, where are you getting it from? Like, was it just a download? Like, you're saying you heard it in your spirit. If you hear something in your spirit and it doesn't line up with the Word, that wasn't God. that was not God. That was you. That was you. I had a phone call. I'm sorry. But yeah, like if you hear something in your spirit, don't say that was God, because sometimes, it may not have been God. Like, you need to test all things. You know what I'm saying? Just test it. And the simplest test is just to look it up. See if it's in Scripture. If it's not in Scripture, then did God say it? Like, does it line up with Scripture? Like, even if it's not the exact words, does it at least line up with what He says? And whatever He says, He doesn't just say it one time. He says a thing over and over. This is how we get to know Him. And from just reading His Word, seeing what He's repeating over and over, then once we hear a thing that doesn't align with that, then we know immediately that, hey, that doesn't sound like, Yah. That wasn't Yah, Anyway, just something to think about. Y'all have a blessed day. Bye.